Bars is back. Sam Ant. Oh God. What's up with you? Hip hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam Ant riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper.
Atlanta and all that shit. That shit was gonna go crazy, and it did.
Did he ever get any pushback? I know a lot of Atlanta artists didn't like that. How do you feel about the pushback that he got? And did he ever feel like he was threatened to ever go to Atlanta, or did anybody take it that far?
We went to Atlanta during the height of that shit, and you know what I'm saying. Just to be honest with you, like these Texas niggas, like we stupid. You know what I'm saying? We stupid enough. So we in that motherfucker, and we got. I ain't gonna say nobody, but we got numbers, and we got niggas that because you got to dig. These niggas been going to Atlanta, since the early '90s. So, their alliances and allegiances are concrete. Like one of his best partners was Big Gip. You know what I mean? When we would go to LA or whatever, shit, Gip get in with us and be moving around. But when we got to Atlanta, we were outnumbered, but at the same time, we were showing up standing on, whatever it was, because we still had love and they still had love for us. Now it was some cats out there talking some shit, talking about they can't wait till you get to the club, this and that. But it was a whole lot of females out there like still loving on us and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Was you around during the Pimp C Master P beef? You know anything about that?
Well, I know a few things because before he came home from prison, his mom managed me for a couple of years.
Okay.
So she and I got to spend a lot of intimate time. R.I.P. Mama West. She became like a mother to me, and we did business. But during that time when he was incarcerated, I looked at it like, because I know him and Bun from PA. Like we come from the same town, and our town is like 50,000 people strong. And that's not all black. That's just the whole motherfucker. So I was thinking, being on the outside looking in, that this Pimp C mom. So me imagining Pimp C's mom while he locked up, I'm thinking all these players going check on her. I'm thinking she living that life as Pimp C's mom.
Right. But
when I was summoned to come over there by way of me out selling a mixtape and running into his brother-in-law, he talked about him in one of the songs, My Baby Mama Brother. Nigga, I knew we both, we all know each other. And he bought one of the mixtapes and told me, I need to go talk to Mama West. He let her hear it. So when she started managing me and whatnot, from that conversation, I was able to get prepared to know Pimp C on a personal level, because she knew, because of my character, she wanted me around him. She knew he had been around a lot of people, and probably a lot of sufficient people, but also a lot of insufficient people. But she seen my character, how I move, and she like, yeah, you gotta stay down and shit. So she prepared me to have a relationship with him, and she told me a lot of the most in-depth shit that you could imagine, from some of the first shows having the bartender, the janitor, and three motherfucking guests in that hoe, and them niggas still rocking that bitch like it was an arena, to days when they barely could buy show clothes. Like, she told me everything from A to Z. And then when he got out, me and him would have a whole lot of one-on-one conversations and shit, because we would launch from PA going to Houston sometime, and just we was on the road doing different things, and he entrusted me with a lot of missions. Like one day he sent me from PA to Houston with like $250,000 worth of jewelry to go get repaired and cleaned. And I'm like, my nigga, why you trusted me with that task? He say, nigga, because I know you ain't gonna come back talking about it got stole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he had a lot of respect for me, and knew that I was dependable in a lot of ways. So yeah, we would sit down and chop it up about a bunch of grown man shit, the future, and different things. And that conversation about P, I got it from Mama, him, and a couple other people.
That wasn't true though. With Master P, they literally said that he him and some goons pistol whipped Pimp C. That wasn't
Was
true.
it? Was that true?
Yeah.
Uh, I would think it is. Fuck you talking about? Hey, that's it. Hey, look, that shit probably did happen just like that. You know what I mean? I know he touched him. I know the conversations Pimp was having deriving from him doing work, being not paid by P. Pimp started having these conversations at places where, you know what I'm saying, P was picking up money. So, you know, if Pimp on stage with your 2,500 motherfucking fans telling them fuck Master P, you know what I mean, at that time when that's your fans too, you gonna feel some kind of way. And then that shit happening, you know, countless amount of times, you're gonna feel disrespected. And I kind of sense that P them niggas really from where they, you know, where they say they from. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so the boy moved how he moved and caught Pimp slipping. And from what I heard, you know, he touched him up a little bit in the hotel.
Now, didn't they made peace after that, right?
Yeah, they was chopping it up on the phone when he got out of prison. And then
Right.
he was talking to C Murder a lot. And I used to wonder like how he used to get on the phone with C Murder so much. But Pimp and C Murder, they were real tight. And then P and Pimp started having some conversations.
Or
But all this shit is allegedly. I don't know shit. I was in the street smoking blunts, drinking 40s, fighting fucking ratchet hoes. I don't know what them niggas was doing.
No doubt.
it's funny as hell. On a serious note, though, how did his death affect you? How did you hear that news, and how did that get to you?
Oh man, that shit was like somebody punched me in my chest with an iron fist. Because prior to it, we was having some miscommunications, and he put me. I had a partner that was down with me. I bought in the game, and he, you know, he kind of like grouped us up because he was part of my. I ain't gonna say he was my hype man because he was a UGK posse member, but he would back me up on stage. So he and I was having some miscommunications about some bread, and he misspoke about some shit that just wasn't true, and he brought it to Pimp. And when he brought it to Pimp, I was hot. So I went and told Pimp, like, damn, dog, how could this shit be true if it laid out like this? So once Pimp heard it, and we all three was in the same room present, and dude, you know what I'm saying, retracted what he said, Pimp was mad at both of us. But he was so busy. I'm a grown man too, so I know like if a nigga ain't an asset, a nigga is a liability. So if niggas is bringing you inner circle drama and mess and shit while you focusing on all these major moves, like man, y'all take that shit back to the hood.